Hi, my name is Nuri Matrisha Minta Hanafia. My student ID is 2025143681. The introduction. A chemical bond is the association of atoms or ions to form molecules, crystal, or other structure. The bond may result from the electrostatic force between oppositely charged ions as in ionic bonds or through the sharing of electrons as in covalent bond or a combination of both. Metallic bonds. Another type of primary bonds occur between metal atoms where electrons are delocalized and free to move throughout the metal structure, giving metals their conductivity and malleability. Chemical bonds are described as having different strengths. They are strong bonds or primary bonds such as covalent, ionic, and metallic bonds, and weak bonds or secondary bonds, which include hydrogen bonds, dipole-dipole interaction, and van der Waals forces. Although weaker than primary bonds, secondary bonds play a crucial role in determining the physical properties of substances such as boiling and melting point, solubility, and the structure of complex molecules like DNA and protein. The type and strength of chemical bonds influence the stability, reactivity, and overall properties of a compound. Understanding chemical bonding is essential in explaining how substances are formed, why they behave in certain ways, and how they interact in chemical reaction.
Hi, my name is Nur Alia Balkis binti Sawahri. My student ID is 2025135821. I'm going to present about ionic bond. Ionic bond is atoms that gains electron make negatively charged ion called anions. Atoms that lose electrons make positively charged ion called cations. This transfer of electron is known as electrovalence, in contrast to covalence. Lithium and fluorine is an example of ionic bonds. When one electron is transferred from lithium to fluorine, an ionic bond is formed. The lithium atoms becomes positively charged and the fluorine atoms becomes negatively charged. The higher the charges, the stronger the cohesive forces and the higher of the melting point. They also tend to soluble in water. The stronger the cohesive forces, the lower the solubility covalent.
Hi, my name is Elisa Yasmin Rasidi. My student ID is 2025105417. I'm going to talk about covalent bond. A covalent bond is a chemical bond that involves a sharing of electrons to form electron pairs between atoms. These electron pairs are known as shared pairs or bonding pairs. The stable balance of attractive and repulsive forces between atoms when they share electrons is known as covalent bonding. For many molecules, the sharing of electrons allows each atom to attain the equivalence of full valence shell corresponding to a stable electronic configuration. In organic chemistry, covalent bonding is much more common than ionic bonding. For many molecules, the sharing of electrons allows each atom to attain the equivalence of full valence shell corresponding to a stable electronic configuration. In organic chemistry, covalent bonding is much more common than ionic bonding. These bonds can be either non-polar, where the electrons are shared equally between atoms of similar electronegativity, like in oxygen, or polar, where electrons are shared unequally, causing one end of the molecule to be slightly negative and the other are slightly positive, like in H2O. As example, carbon dioxide, or we call it CO2, is a molecule composed of one carbon atom and two oxygen atoms. It is a simple example of covalent bonding. The carbon atom form double bonds with each of the two oxygens. Each double bond consists of two pairs of shared electrons, ensuring that all atoms achieve a full outer electron shell, or we call it as octet. These substances have high melting and boiling points and are frequently brittle. Also tend to have high electrical resistivity. Elements that have high electronegativity and the ability to form 3 or 4 electron pair bond often form such like macromolecular structure.
Metallic bond is a type of chemical bond found in metal, which positively charged metal ions are surrounded by a sea of free-moving electrons. These electrons are not tied to any specific atom and can move freely throughout the metal structure, creating a strong electrostatic attraction between the ion and electron. This unique bonding gives metal their characteristic properties such as high electrical and thermal conductivity, bellability, ductility, high melting and boiling point, and a shiny appearance. Common examples of metal with metallic bond include iron, copper, aluminium, and gold.
My name is Nor Haniza Sofia Pintulan Farhan. My student ID is 2025-110933. In chemistry, hydrogen bonds are a type of intermolecular force that occur when a hydrogen atom, which is covalently bonded to a highly electronegative atom, such as oxygen, nitrogen, or fluorine, experiences an attraction to another nearby electronegative atom with a lone pair of electrons. This bond is weaker than ionic and covalent bonds, but stronger than other intermolecular forces like van der Waals forces. Hydrogen bonding play a crucial role in determining the physical properties of many compounds, such as boiling point, solubility, and viscosity. There are two types of hydrogen bonding in chemistry. The first one is intermolecular hydrogen bonds, which form between two different molecules, and the second one is inframolecular hydrogen bonds, which occur within a single molecule. A common example of intermolecular hydrogen bonding is in water H2O, where each water molecule forms hydrogen bonds with neighboring water molecules. This is why water has a high boiling point compared to the other molecule of similar size. In contrast, an example of inframolecular hydrogen bonding can be seen in orthonitrophenol, where a hydrogen atom of a hydroxyl group forms a hydrogen bond with the oxygen atom of a nitro group within the same molecule. Hydrogen bonding is also important in many chemical and biological substances, such as ammonia, alcohols, carboxylic acid, and DNA, where it stabilizes the double helix structure by bonding the nitrogenous bases across two strands. In summary, hydrogen bonds are vital in chemistry because they influence the behavior, structure, and interaction of molecules.
Conclusions. Chemical bonding is a core concept in chemistry that explains how atoms and ions come together to form more complex structures, such as molecules, compounds, and crystals. These bonds are responsible for the stability and properties of all substances around us. Primary bonds, namely ionic, covalent, and metallic bonds, are strong and involve the transfer or sharing of electrons. To create stable chemical structures, these bonds determine many of chemical characteristics of materials such as reactivity, strength, and conductivity. Secondary bonds, including hydrogen bonds, dipole-dipole interaction, and van der Waals forces, may be weaker but are just as important. They influence the physical properties of substances like melting and boiling point, solubility, and molecular shape. In biological systems, for instance, hydrogen bonding is essential for the structure of DNA and protein. A good understanding of chemical bonds helps students and scientists explain how substances are formed, how they interact in reaction, and how they can be used in real-world application, from developing new medicines and materials to understanding biological process and environmental changes. The knowledge of bonding is vital across many fields. In summary, chemical bonding is more than just a topic in chemistry. It is the foundation for understanding the behavior of matters and play a key role in scientific discovery and technological advancement.